3 BQ 15 A slot. How you feeling there, Nadia? Just hanging out in the breeze? Pretty good. Yora looks interesting for you. I can see why you went for that grip rather than the underneath. The alternative would be, I guess, to have Nadia standing sideways in the door, facing here with right hand there, left hand in the air. So Nadia, your whole body would be turned 90 degrees. And then maybe Yora could get that inside leg grip. That would be free flowing there. So you'd be standing upright in the door. And your right hand on there, kind of like you were facing, so you're facing forward towards Otto. Right hand on the door, right foot on the door, left foot in the air and free. And then it would be like a side body launch for you and Matthew, Nadia. Very nice finish there on the 3. Little brain lock. This is good. Otto, look how you kind of position yourself here relative to Matthew. There we go, that's nice. Finish. Okay, now engineering wise, super interesting build. I got a couple of things to say about that. One is fine, good choice, you know, I can see why you did it. We used to do this third 3, if you like, that would leave the person in this slot. Some of you guys, Yora, Matthew, Nadia, you guys might remember that, where you would actually build it with that cheek. So if you were doing this move, you would go to there, you would stay at that angle, Matthew would step into the 3 build here, and Yora and Otto would stay at this shape, like a reversed K, like a mirrored looking, K as in the letter, not as in the random, excuse me. And then it actually changes the move a little bit, but only for Otto. You would go straight backwards then, Otto, on the key. You wouldn't have to keep rotating around. Obviously, by rotating around, you get to do the block move the way that you're used to do it. The other option, of course, and I'm sure you talked about it, was the other 3, where Yora steps into here, Otto connects there, and yeah, the different 3, that probably would have been my choice, means for a B on the other side of that 3, you could do long rotation into the B, or do a different B where the insides are 90 degrees to each other, which would also connect quite nicely into the Q. So quite a few different engineering choices. I'm assuming you went for this because you're more comfortable with this 3. And I really feel like you guys should buy into trying the other 3 a little bit, the one that connects the outside center and tail together. If you want to talk more about the 3s, let me know and we can discuss in a bit more detail. Nice 15 build. Just over rotation. It looks like Otto's thinking he's going to the point for a second and then realizes that it's in the middle. All right, have a little look at these 3s because I did a debrief on some B slot 3s and there were some things that weren't happening on the B slot that are definitely happening on the A slot. So the piece really shifts, so Otto only has to turn in place. Can you see that? Otto is there, in place turn, finishes the turn, and the piece comes to him, which is awesome. Look at the difference. What was happening before is it was kind of stopping about there on the B slot, and then Otto is having to move. But this just keeps on coming. Matthew's hips come to the center, Yora's legs come to Otto. Nadia does that little left rotation at the end. Superb. It's an interesting build. It's all right. It's okay. I mean, it's just I'm just talking through the other options here. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just a different build. And you can see there's a little hesitation in there as well to the engineering. Could just be straight up brain locks. It could also just be the difference to that. That was nice. Otto, really good job just cruising into that slot. And a good 3 afterwards as well.